They love playing these weirdo games and walking around with that headset on. But part of me watching them do it goes, wow, I wonder if this is like the precursor. Just sort of like if you look at that phone that Gordon Gekko had on the beach,
Yes.
and then you
The
compare
big
that.
cell phone.
Yeah, you compare that to like a Galaxy Note 9.
Sure.
Like, how the fuck did that become that, right? And I wonder when I see this
Yes.
HTC Vive, I'm like, what is that thing going to be 10 years from now when we're making fun of what it is now? What is it? How ingrained and how connected and interconnected is this technology going to be in our life?
It will be, at some point, indistinguishable from reality.
Where we'll lose this. We'll lose this. Like, you and I are just looking at each other through our eyes. I see
Are
you,
we?
you see me. I hope.
You think so?
I think you probably have regular eyes.
This could be some simulation.
It could. Do you entertain that?
Well, the argument for the simulation, I think, is quite strong, because if you assume any improvement at all over time, any improvement, 1%, 0.1%, just extend the time frame, make it 1,000 years, a million years. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. Civilization, if you count it, if you're very generous, civilization is maybe 7,000 or 8,000 years old, if you count it from the first writing. This is nothing. This is nothing. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, games will be indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will end. The universe as we know it will dissipate into a fine mist of cold nothingness eventually. It's just a very long time. How can we make it last longer?
Are you a proponent of the multi-universes theory? Do you believe that there are many, many universes, and that even if this one fades out, that there's other ones that are starting fresh right now, and there's an infinite number of them, and they're just constantly in this never-ending cycle of birth and death?
I think most likely, this is just about probability, there are many, many simulations. These simulations are, you might as well call them reality, or you could call them the multiverse.
These simulations, you believe, are created? Like someone has manufactured?
They're running on the substrate. That substrate is probably boring.
Boring.
Well, when we create a simulation, like a game or a movie, it's a distillation of what's interesting about life. It takes a year to shoot an action movie, and then that's all distilled down into 2 or 3 hours. Let me tell you, if you see an action movie being filmed, it's boring, super boring. There's like lots of takes, everything's in a green screen, looks pretty goofy, doesn't look cool. But once you add the CGI and have great editing, it's amazing. I think most likely, if we're a simulation, it's really boring outside the simulation. Because why would you make a simulation that's boring? You'd make the simulation way more interesting than base reality.
Ultimately, inevitably, as long as we don't die or get hit by a meteor, we're going to create some sort of simulation if we continue on the same technological path we're on right now.
Yes.
But we might not be there yet. So it might not be a simulation here, but it most likely is, you feel, other places.
This notion of place or where is
flawed.
When you're in that virtual reality, which is only going to get better. Where are you? Where are you really?